We now would like to take stock of the situation. It is good to see that we are seeking stability within the country, and it is great to see that we can think of the future, creating jobs and business opportunities for Syrian men and women, providing support for those people who are internally displaced or who fled the country so that they can return home. And it is an opportunity for France to help with that development work. As part of the stabilization and reconstruction phase, we also need to make sure that Syria, in the long term, can be a regional hub, as you said, a space where greater strategies can be deployed, with new logistics chains can be built and ramped up, with roads, energy infrastructure being built, a way of reducing the inherent risk that comes with developing the local region, as we can see with what is currently happening in the Strait of Hormuz, albeit at a lesser extent than what it has been over the past few months. So this is what we are planning for the coming decade. It is an opportunity for our companies, for our French investors to invest in the long term for Syria. We are therefore going to engage in further dialogue, and France and the European Union is going to be there to support you. As you know, we were one of the first to open up the new round of lifting sanctions, and the coming weeks will mark major milestones for the future of all of the work that we have already begun. As I said, this is a conversation for us and for our business leaders, and that is why there are a number of visits and discussions already on the books for the future with CACIS and SFS to be able to engage in further negotiations to ramp up coordination and partnerships between our respective business communities. But this is dialogue that will take place at a regional scale as well, because here we're talking about creating a regional hub with a stabilized country. So on one hand, we have Syria, the Gulf states, partners, France and Europeans on the other side. And for this to be a resounding success, in addition to the conversations that we already have in place, covering a range of domains, be it financial mechanisms that can be put in place, or various mechanisms and instruments. Obviously, we want to cover all domains: energy, water, transport, logistics. And obviously, in talking about energy, I'm talking about hydrocarbons, onshore, offshore, new energy, renewable energies, civil aviation as well. This is something that the President and I spoke about. Again, multiple domains. But for all of that, we need to create a state where we can jumpstart trust. We're not talking about just a few thousand, but we're talking about billions of dollars, euros being invested for the future. So for that, we have to have close conversations, which we have already started. We have started rebuilding a reliable system of funding, financing, so that we can have a financial, economic, monetary system which is robust in place, so that the international community can see that this is a healthy economic region for future cooperation. This also ties into what we want to do again with the GAFI to ensure further cooperation with the Syrian Central Bank. This is something that we have already started, in particular through restructuring the banking sector, which is a fundamental part of financing the local economy. But there's also all of the work that has already been started with the International Monetary Fund and with the Club de Paris to help structure the financing mechanisms so that the country can move forward. And having a reliable framework, a clear, easy-to-understand framework, is what will guarantee stability for reconstruction and also a long-term partnership, as what our companies are looking for. It is essential in ensuring the future energy corridor that will be coming through here. And we will provide support for that. I'd like to thank the French companies for attending today, in the past few days, all of the work that has gone into today's session. Deep down, this is the path forward. It's a clear path forward. The history that we have between Syria and France is one built upon trust. We have stood beside the Syrian people when they wanted their freedom, their liberty. And this is a path that we have never strayed from, unlike some others. Right to the end, we have stood by your side, ensuring that we could help the country open up once again. So we are partners, reliable, steadfast partners. And we have always stood to fight for the interests of the Syrian people, for their unity, and now today with a desire for prosperity. This is what we do within France, the government, our companies. This is what we are here to fight for.